Hey everyone, welcome back to Ryan Milky 40. It's Ryan here bringing you deep dives into the world of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, all things fantasy. And wow, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms finale is here. And honestly, I don't want to jinx it, but this series has genuinely felt like a return to form for Westeros storytelling. The tone, the character focus, the grounded world building, it really captures what made this universe feel special in the first place. All jokes aside, this show completely caught me by surprise. I expected something smaller, but what we got was something intimate, thoughtful, and deeply rooted in the heart of the lore. So this finale breakdown, we're diving into all the lore, connections, symbolism, and character meaning across episode 6. And just a heads up, this breakdown focuses on what the episode itself presents on screen, so no future spoilers here. So let's get into the aftermath of the Trial of the Seven. The aftermath of the trial, Dunk's guilt. We open up with Dunk recovering, watched over by Sir Lionel Baratheon and the Maester from Storm's End, because Baelor's order to have his own Maester treat Dunk died with him, which already reinforces this episode's central theme. Dunk survived, but Baelor didn't. And that contrast sits heavily over everything. And Dunk carries that guilt deeply, not just as grief, but as a responsibility. He truly believes, all I do is bring pain and suffering to those around me. And that belief shapes almost every decision he makes in this finale. It informs us how he sees himself, his worth, and his place in the world. Lionel Baratheon, friendship and foreshadowing. Lionel's invitation to Storm's End is more than hospitality, it's loneliness. Storm's End is dull to him. He wants Dunk as a brother, someone real, someone grounded. There's a sincerity in how he reaches out that contrasts with courtly politics. And his mention of Tarth is extremely important lore, because George R.R. Martin confirmed Brienne of Tarth is descendant from Dunk. A common theory suggests that Dunk fathered a child with one of Egg's sisters, later married into House Tarth, explaining Brienne's height and Dunk's shield preserved at Evenfall. So even here, the finale quietly links Dunk's story to the wider history we know from Game of Thrones. The wound and the Hedge Knight, symbolism. Dunk's wound has mortified, essentially gangrene. It's severe, dangerous, and lingering. And the scene is framed beside a hedge and elm tree. That's deliberate symbolism. The Hedge Knight beneath his sigil, the knight who survives, but marked by death. He lives, but not unchanged. Baelor's death, how history remembers. Lionel calls the tournament wonderful, and that contrast is crucial. For Dunk, tragedy. For nobles, legend. History will remember the glory, not the cost, which mirrors how Westeros always reframes violence into honour, turning suffering into story. The question of Dunk's knighthood. The finale also returns to the central ambiguity. Was Dunk ever knighted? The show leans strongly towards no. His hesitation with Raymond, Arlan's unfinished promise, George R.R. Martin's own words, Dunk is a knight who may not be a knight, yet behaves more like a true knight than most. So the series reinforces its core thesis. Knighthood is defined by action, not ceremony. War is coming. Era foreshadowing. Lionel's warning of war hints that the peace in Westeros may not last forever. There's a sense that the realm is only temporarily calm. So the finale quietly replaces Dunk and Egg's story within a larger historical moment, a world still shaped by past conflict and uncertainty about what lies ahead. Baelor's funeral, Targaryen politics. Baelor's burning follows Targaryen tradition without dragons. And the attendees matter. Maekar, grieving father, brother, Kingsguard survivors. Dondarrion's kin through marriage, and notably absent, Aerion wounded, Daeron likely too distant. The composition shows the dynasty reshaped overnight, power, grief, and succession all shifting in a single moment. Raymond and the Green Apple Legacy. Raymond's arc quietly concludes beautifully. He defeats his cousin, wins a lover, begins his own path and legacy. It's a small scale, almost humble, yet meaningful. A grounded success story that mirrors Dunk's own humble journey. Maekar's offer. Summerhall. Maekar offers Dunk position, training, residence, Egg as squire. An extraordinary elevation from a hedge knight. Yet Dunk refuses, because he believes he destroyed those near him. Again, guilt guiding honour. Egg, the last son. Maekar calls Egg his last son, literally because he's the youngest, and figuratively because he's the last hope. The others failed. Aerion, cruel, Daeron, drunk, Aemon, absent. Egg is the only one who can still be good, and Maekar believes only Dunk can shape him. The Penny Tree, Arlan's legacy. Dunk leaves a penny at the elm. The Penny Tree origin. Soldiers once pinned pennies before war, retrieving if they returned. Many never did. So Dunk honours Arlan, and survival itself. Beesbury and Harding, the other dead. The bee-filled coffin honours Sir Humphrey Beesbury, and reminds us, Baelor wasn't the only loss. The trial of the Seven killed multiple knights, which again reframes the heroic event as mass tragedy rather than triumph. Daeron, nature versus nurture. Prince Daeron's conversation is pivotal. Was Aerion born mad or shaped? He suggests upbringing matters, which inspires Dunk. Arlan shaped him, he can shape Egg. Egg, the future he may become. The finale quietly suggests that Egg's experience with Dunk could shape the kind of ruler he might one day become, because he's learning compassion not from court, but from the road, from hardship, from empathy, from lived experience. Egg and Aerion, the darkest moment. The most shocking addition, Egg attempting to kill Aerion, driven by fear and hatred, until Maekar intervenes silently. No anger, only understanding. It's a father recognizing his failures and the damage within his own family. Dunk accepts Egg. Dunk finally agrees on one condition. Egg lives as a hedge knight. No privilege, no palace, the road. Which is exactly how Arlan shaped Dunk. Sweetfoot and poverty. Dunk leaves poorer than he arrived. No prize, lost horse, lost gear. Raymond repays him with Sweetfoot. Friendship replacing wealth, loyalty over coin. Storm's End, a path not taken. Lionel offers service again. Dunk refuses, choosing the uncertain road over comfort. Because Dunk's place isn't in castles, it's on the journey. The road ahead. Egg joins Dunk, disobeying Maekar, and suggests heading south, following Tanzel, following Arlan's path, and following destiny. Final symbolism. Arlan's spirit turns away. His journey ended. Dunk and Egg ride forward. Their journey is now beginning. And before we close out this finale breakdown, I just want to take a moment to say a genuine thank you to HBO. Getting the opportunity to cover a Night of the Seven Kingdoms, or is it 9 now, this season has honestly been something really special for me. This world, these stories, they've meant a lot to me for many years. As people know, I have all of the books and I've read them many times. And being able to share that passion with all of you week to week has literally been incredible. So truly, thank you to HBO for the access, the trust, and for bringing us back to Westeros in such a thoughtful, grounded, and character-driven way. I'm very grateful to be a part of this journey this season. And that brings us to an end of Season 1 of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, or is it 9? A quiet story with enormous emotional weight. Because this isn't just a hedge knight and a boy anymore. It's the beginning of a bond that could shape the future of Westeros. What did you think of the finale? And of season 1 as a whole? Drop your thoughts down below, I literally read everything. And we'll be back covering House of the Dragon season 3 in June. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been Ryan. Please consider hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you soon.